Hello there.
Well, hello, beautiful.
Nick!
Tim!
Welcome to Fandom Fights. We're here for an exciting one. We got Cameron Redshaw returning to the Fandom ring, going up against Jim. I don't know where the Jim thing started, but I love it. It's like my favorite thing to do now every time I see Jim Green. We were once told that if you fuck with Jim, you fuck with death. So I am going to tread easily this evening. I don't want to fuck with death personally.
Yeah.
But Redshaw seems up to it. What do you think, Nick, about this match?
Redshaw's like this. If Jim is death, this is real, like good versus evil. Then, if that's the case, Tim, I think we got an exciting match ahead of us. I just can't wait to see what eloquent words Mike Hanley uses in 30 seconds for the promo. So,
yeah,
do you want to go to that?
Yeah, let's do it. Promos.
Mike.
Jim.
Mike.
Jim.
Mike.
Jim.
You know what, Mike? I'm really excited for this year of the video store faction buyer shit. You know, it's going to be the best year ever. I think we got a chance to win Game of Factions this year.
Yes. We finally have the opportunity to show what the faction's all about, which is Jim.
And buy our shit.
Yes.
Buy our shit.
Buy our shit.
Jim.
Mike.
Hey, Joe.
Cameron, I know you sort of said that you don't feel as prepared, but you are part of this great faction. You surrounded yourselves with these players, and I think you've always been a great player, and I think you'll show that today.
Are factions still a thing? I haven't been keeping up with the news.
Maybe not, but we'll show the respect to the game. We'll show respect to our opponents, of course, and like fuse.
I have a new strategy today. Normally before a Fandom match, I take 2 shots of Captain Morgan. Today, I took 3.
Damn.
Cameron Redshaw, my favorite person on the planet right now. Captain Morgan, my go-to beverage. I'm also enjoying not the shots, although I have a funny story about shots of Captain Morgan after this. Nick, let's get into it. Starting with round number 1, how's it going to work?
Well, round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions to begin round number 1?
Is this spelling fights?
It's phonetic. Hooked on phonics fights.
Hooked on phonics fights. Absolutely. All right. That's what we call a throwback to a match that hasn't happened yet.
Correct.
Nick, why don't you kick us off with question number 1?
Question number 1 is going to come in the category of mixed bag. Could be anything. Your question is, what fandom film features the quote, "Silence, Earthling. My name is Darth Vader. I am an extraterrestrial from the planet Vulcan"?
Mixed bag.
Mixed bag.
Your thoughts on bags that are mixed?
Depends what's in them, I suppose.
Do you like this question? You did not write it, so.
I like it.
I do too. I asked it to Cody, and he knew it immediately. He was pleased. 5.
It's good. Good for him.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
I saw this in theaters. Back to the Future.
And Redshaw.
Back to the Future.
That is correct. 1-1. Your next question is in the category of DreamWorks animation. In Shrek the Third, What is the name of the young boy who Shrek tries to find to become king so that he doesn't have to?
I just watched this recently.
I actually did too. Like within the last 6 months. It came out on the Forca.
The Forca.
The Forca.
I feel
Dude,
like
we just got 2 sets of strings from another match I just set up.
Dude, this is crazy. You all are on it this year.
Good job, Fandom Fights players. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Arthur?
And Jim.
I like his answer, so I took it. Arthur.
Arthur is correct. Nick, what's next?
Your third question will come in the category of Law and Order. And your question is, who directed Bad Boys 2?
Too Bad, Two Boys.
We have 30 minutes left on that one.
Nice. 5.
I'm like becoming a fan of those very quickly.
Yeah. 1. Pens down. We'll talk to Jim. Jim.
I said Michael Bay.
And Cameron.
I also said Michael Bay.
You both are correct. Clean sweep. I guess clean sweep. It's 2 people. You both got it right. Next question comes to the category of the MCU. How many children does Hawkeye have by the end of Avengers Age of Ultron?
So the other day, I just thought of this because Redshaw just answered Michael Bay. We were watching an old match, and I was like, I want to watch an old match and like test myself. I was like, all right, cool. And we watched it, and there was a question, and the question was like, who plays this person? And the answer was like Chiwetel Ejiofor or something like that. And Anna goes, I don't know, Michael. And then Redshaw goes, Michael. Like he.
Boy, I remember that match too.
Yeah.
1 pens down. He said Michael like 3 times.
Yeah.
Let's go to Cameron.
I said 3.
And Jim.
I said 4.
3 is the correct answer. So Cameron will take a 1-point lead as we get into the next question, brought to you by Nick.
That question is in the category of Marvel. Johnny Blaze is the real name of what Marvel character?
I did see that Mike wanted to be brought in. We'll bring him in after this. If you have something, Mike, because we missed it, we'll go back.
I can't imagine.
Does one of them not qualify as a child?
It is worthy of our time.
We'll bring him in anyway, though. We'll bring him in. It's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jim, let's go to you.
Ghost Rider.
And Cameron.
I said Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider is correct, and we will take a break here. Mike, what's going on?
Jim, you got a question wrong. Should we challenge?
I'm okay with this.
No. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Fuck it.
You guys could.
We're going to take a quick time out. All right, we're back. The next question is going to be brought to you in the category of epic adventures. And the question is, Henry Jones Sr. says that Elsa does what specifically that reveals her to be a Nazi in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? I love this movie.
Yeah, it's very good.
You know that Nazario thought that Jesus's bones were in the Ark of the Covenant?
That's what I've heard. That's canon now. That's been released at this point.
It has been released, and I'm pretty sure Mike will never forgive him.
Correct.
That's incredible.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Talks in her sleep.
And Jim.
I didn't write that.
She talks in her sleep. That's correct. Nick, what's next?
Your next question comes in the category of Disney animation. Who voices King Candy, a.k.a. Turbo, in Wreck-It Ralph?
White Shadow.
Yeah.
All right.
That was so out of context. We weren't talking about that.
Turbo.
Oh my god, okay, good job. I didn't put that together.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
Luckily, he didn't bring any of his 42 performance into this movie. It's Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that, buddy. Let's go to Cameron.
Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk is correct. Your next question is in the category of creature features. What creature features film features a robot version of a titular character?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Ark of the Covenant.
Ooh.
Who remains are.
The Zarya just being like, I don't know. I thought they just opened it and melted faces. Yeah, it does that too, buddy. Oh my god, that shit was so funny. I don't think I've ever seen Mike more pissed in the entire time I've known him.
That's fair.
And I've seen him fired up before, but like, oh man, there was so much genuine disappointment in his eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Godzilla versus Kong.
And Jim.
Nothing.
Godzilla versus Kong is correct. Mecha Godzilla. All right, Nick, what is next?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of YA. The question is, what is Four's real first name in the Divergent series?
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Last night we filmed a match in which Bill called this series Divergent. He like did a duh instead of a die.
Oh.
I watched all the Divergent films and I was like, interesting way of pronunciation. I like it. I think I'm going to adopt it is my point. In Divergent.
I'm trying to think back through the films and if anyone pronounces it like that.
5, 4. Oh yeah, I have no idea. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jim.
I don't remember, so I wrote my name.
Let's go to Cameron.
I wanted to write Michael, but I wrote John.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for Tobias.
I knew it was some stupid shit like that.
All right, and the final question of the round is going to come in the category of American Spies. The question is, how is Patty related to Sean Miller in Patriot Games?
You think?
I just realized that was Cameron losing the perfect round right there on that last one.
Yeah. Bad.
I
think before he got all cool and decided to go by 4, like his emo phase, and he's like, call me 4 now. Like, I'm 4. You think he went by like Toby?
I was gonna say Toby or maybe Tobai or Ass.
Yeah, that one.
I ass. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
I don't know the gender of Patty, but I wrote niece.
Well, you're no. Jim.
No.
I wrote daughter.
Both incorrect. Patty is a boy because they're brothers. Brothers. Irish people. Come on. So at the end of round number 1, we got a close game here. Cameron's in the lead 8-5. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have. 10.
All right. Jim laughing at me saying it's close. It's a 3-point game.
No, it's just of course, Patriot Games, thinking of the Irish there.
Anyway, round number 2. How's it going to work, Nick?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Phantom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. They'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1 and be on the lookout as stealing. Is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today is Wizarding World DC, Criminal Underworld MCU, Disney Animation, Horror Icons, Pixar, and American Spies. So, Cameron, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Jim?
Depends how you feel about this wheel, Cam.
I would probably defer. I know you like to go first, but I don't. Sorry.
No, it's how you feel about the wheel, Cam. Bring in Mike.
I'll defer.
But I don't. All right, Jim, this is going to be your spin, and this wheel today is brought to you by Baby Vitamins. Get them today.
Jim, if you elect not to spin this wheel, you will not miss another question.
It lands on the MCU.
Should I just take this because I don't want to get opponent's choice? They're like fucking horror icons and lose.
Yeah, fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Don't miss it, though.
We're going to keep this.
Jim!
Mike.
All right, Nick, would you go ahead and read Jim, his category of MCU?
Gladly. Jim, are you prepared for your questions in the category of the MCU?
Mm-hmm.
Your chin looks lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
Your first question. Which MCU film features the quote, "What are like some of the craziest villains you guys have fought?"
Spider-Man No Way Home.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays the main villain Caecilius in Doctor Strange?
Mads Mikkelsen.
That's correct for 2 points. And the lead.
Correct.
Your third question. In The Incredible Hulk, when Bruce is caught on campus, what does he do with his flash drive of data before turning into the Hulk?
He swallows it.
That's correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. In Thor the Dark World, who turns themselves over to Odin for treason?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Volstagg, B, Heimdall, C, Sif, D, Fandral?
Heimdall.
That is correct for 1 point. And Jim, your final question. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, what type of animal was Rocket's friend Teefs?
Four, three, two.
Repeat.
All right, that is your first repeat. Question again. In Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, what type of animal was Rocket's friend Teefs?
A walrus.
And that is correct for 2 more points and a sweep of the MCU.
Yeah, very good round for Jim Green, getting his total up to 14. Is that
That's
okay?
what I have, Tim.
All right, perfect. Let's bring back in Mr. Fairley and the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Mr. Redshaw.
Let's see what I passed on. Oh, fucking
Lands on American Spies.
hell yeah, Mike.
This is normally when we would say we talked about this, but we did not talk about this. I think spin again. I'm not feeling great about that.
Then we spin again. If you don't feel it, then you spin again.
Spin again.
All right, this has been brought to you by Frosted Flakes. They're great. And it lands on horror icons.
Okay.
We shall see.
Repeat some multiples, my friend.
Cool.
All right, Cameron, I will be giving you your questions in the category of horror icons. Are you ready?
Maybe.
All right, your first question. Which horror icons film features a rave in a cornfield where a killer chases after their victims while he is on fire?
Freddy versus Jason.
That is correct for 2 points. Jim, God damn it. All right, your next question. Who plays Jason Voorhees in Jason X?
Yeah. Kane Hodder.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What specifically does Kristen's mother believe she did, causing her to bring Kristen to the psychiatric hospital in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors? Five, four.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be your first repeat. What specifically does Kristen's mother believe she did, causing her to bring Kristen to the psychiatric hospital in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors? Five, 4.
What the hell? Cutteris.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. Your next question. How does Michael kill Tommy Doyle in Halloween Kills?
This one where evil dies tonight, right?
Evil dies tonight.
I will go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, shoots him, B, breaks his neck, C, slits his throat, or D, stabs him.
I'll say breaks his neck.
That is incorrect. Jim, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, shoots him, B, breaks his neck, C, slits his throat, or D, stabs him?
Okay, this is my thought process here because I don't know anything about this movie other than Evil Dies Tonight. I thought people hated this one or something, so I'm just going to say the dumbest one, which would be he shoots him. So I'm going to go with shoots him.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for D, stabs him.
Really? Okay.
And Cameron, your final question. What type of pet does Alice have in the opening of Friday the 13th, Part 2?
Fuck. I bet my cheek.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'll just say cat.
That is correct.
All right.
2 points.
Well,
So, Nick, at the end of that round, I have Cameron getting his total up to 16 to Jim's 14.
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Once the players see the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they'll gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we enter round number 3?
All right, the first category that you guys can bet points on is going to be YA. All right, let's get bets starting with Cam.
0.
And Jim.
2.
All right. Your question in the category of YA is, what is the first name of the leader of Jacob's pack that he leaves in Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1? Buckle is in pain.
Poor Buckle.
What happened to him?
What do you do?
He's very sad. He's being depressed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cam, who bet 0.
Sam.
And Jim.
Also Sam.
Sam is correct. So it is 16 all, Nick. What is the next category?
Next category that points on is Epic Adventures.
All right, let's get bets starting with Jim.
2.
And Cameron.
Oh, God. I just went 1.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question in Epic Adventures. Who plays the main villain, Irina Spalko, in Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
Fuck yeah.
Dang it.
What did you know?
I'm noticing a trend.
I'm gonna write some stuff until
Strategy along the right lines, but it's not a hard and fast rule. Let's see.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jim.
I was gonna write the Australian treasure on the bottom because she's from Australia, Kate Blanchett.
And Cameron.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett is correct. So Jim takes a 1-point lead. It is now 18-17 in favor of Jim. I believe his first lead of the match. So we get into your next category. It is the category of
round 2, Tim. I had a lead in round 2. Thanks.
Well, yeah, I guess technically because you. Yeah. Categories MCU. Let's get bets starting with Cameron.
I wrote 2.
And
Spelled
Jim.
it out.
Why did you spell it out?
All right, your question in the MCU. In Ant-Man, name one of the 2 things that unintentionally gets enlarged in Cassie's room during the final fight. We just need one. One of the 2.
I
like this movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Before, times were sad.
Times are never sad when you have your friends like Jim and Mike and Cameron.
And like a mid-tier MCU movie was still like of high quality.
5.
But now a mid-tier MCU movie is like shit.
One pens down.
Jim said it. He got
I heard it. Yep, I heard it. In Ant-Man, name one of the 2 things that unintentionally gets enlarged in Cassie's room during the final fight.
I was cussing. That's why we couldn't quite hear the repeat.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
My bad.
What's on your shirt?
Strong guy.
That's you.
It's me if my hair was made of triangles.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Cameron.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
And Jim.
I went for the less specific answer because I couldn't remember if it was Thomas or not. Toy Train.
I believe it is Thomas the Train Engine, Tank Engine, whatever. Toy Train is correct. We also would have accepted an ant. So 20-19 is the score. Jim still has a 1-point lead. Nick, what is the 4th category?
Your penultimate category. Your question will come in the category of the worlds of DC.
Let's get bets starting with Jim.
I did what Mike didn't say to do because I only bet 1.
Okay, and Cameron.
I wrote 2 again.
All right, Nick. This is crazy. If both players hit, they will be tied. If both players miss, Jim will have a 2-point lead, and we will move on to the final question. If Cameron hits, but Jim misses, Cameron will have the 2-point lead. It's very exciting stuff.
What happens if Jim hits and Cameron misses?
Then the game is over.
Yeah, you forgot that.
No.
The question.
Your question in the worlds of DC. Which worlds of DC film features a giant creature with the power to paralyze people out of fear?
I'm afraid.
Me too, at all times.
Pretty much. Yeah. Mostly because I'm always afraid that my daughter's going to wake up. Just always what I'm scared of. She's asleep. Just stay asleep for a while, please. I beg you. Love you, but my God. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, that's Jim's final repeat.
Question again. Which worlds of DC film features a giant creature with the power to paralyze people out of fear? Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yet another creature question outside the category of creature features.
Interesting. 5, 4, 3.
I'll use a repeat.
All right, that is Cameron's second repeat.
The question again. Which worlds of DC film features a giant creature with the power to paralyze people out of fear? Did you ever watch Fear Factor?
Not like religiously or anything, but
I watched it.
It seems like a Nick show.
It's a Nick when Nick was a kid show for sure. And
I
probably
mean,
if it was still going.
That's what I was gonna say. It just seems like something you would like. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be yeah.
What else are you gonna watch on UPN at
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Jim.
I wrote The Suicide Squad.
And Cameron.
I wrote Justice League.
Both are incorrect.
Is
The
it?
answer is Shazam, Fury of the
No,
Fucking
I erased that. Oh my god. Oh my
it's the one fucking movie I haven't seen.
So Jim leads 19-17. It is a 2-point game. One question remaining, and the category is the Wizarding World. Let's get back starting with Cameron
2.
and Jim.
I'm only betting 1, so if it's a hard enough question, we both miss it, the game will still be over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would have happened if you had bet 2 as well, but yeah.
Okay. The question in the category of the Wizarding World. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, what is the only spell we see Aberforth Dumbledore cast during the Battle of Hogwarts? As a reminder, Jim has no repeats remaining. Cameron has 1. Five, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, and that is Cameron's final repeat again. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, what is the only spell we see Aberforth Dumbledore cast during the Battle of Hogwarts? Stop.
I got more.
You got more of them?
Yeah.
You're not even there anymore.
I went and saw the play.
Oh, did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
5, 4,
And they were selling things.
2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jim
I said Reducto.
and Cameron.
I said Lumos.
And your winner, Jim Green. Both answers were incorrect, but due to betting, the answer is Expecto Patronum. He comes in and does the thing, and all the Dementors go, bleh.
Oh,
Fucking awesome. Nick, really fantastic Fandom Fights match. You know, final score of 18 to 15. So a 3-point game, but a very enjoyable one nonetheless.
Yeah, agreed. Jim hasn't had a win in a while. I hope this boosts him up a little bit because he is a very good player who just hasn't found a lot of luck recently. Redshaw we haven't seen in about a year in Fandom Fights, and to come back and be 2 off a perfect round, I think shows that he's in a good place as well. This was a case where both players played really well, knocked their round 2 category out of the park, and it came down to the betting round in round 3, and Jim just played it smart. It's a fun time.
Yeah, I've been summoned to go do something real quick. So post-match interviews, we're going to start by talking to Cameron. And Nick, take it away. I'll be back.
Cameron, do you regret anything? You messaged me about a month ago saying, like, Nick, I want to come back. And everyone else was excited, but I'm wondering where your head is at. I'm going to answer for you. The answer should be no, because as I said, you did fantastic. I thought you were going to get a perfect round. I didn't know if you knew Tobias, but if you did, I was like, yes, brothers. And then, boom.
It sounds familiar, but no.
How are you feeling about the match, Cameron?
Yeah, just upset that I erased Shazam Fury of the Gods because I heard the question. I was like, is that freaking giant dragon that Lucy Lou's on? And then I wrote that, and then I was like, Parademons, maybe there's a big one. And just second guess myself. But yeah, so that would have changed the tide, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm just trying to take it easy and have fun this year. So.
As you should. Good. I'm glad. Joe thought even though Cameron's just trying to have fun, he still played like someone who could beat a lot of people.
Yeah, eight in round 1 is really good, and then I think another 8 again in Horror Icons is really good, and not giving up that steals. I think this is really good. It just comes down to that round 3, which I'm gonna take some of that responsibility off of Cam because I did that first question. I said, look, you've got a 2-point lead, take it easy, and he bet 0 and he hits it. So that's partly where my responsibility comes in as the manager, and that would have changed the tide of the game, and that means that questions in the Wizarding world or the worlds of DC, maybe we could have bet 0-on and been a little bit more comfortable going in. But hats off to Jim coming back from being 3 points down in round one, building that up and getting back to the win. It's a really good win. You know, maybe Rogue Nation owes him a little bit for some of the stuff he did in Last One Standing, maybe, but not for Cam. And that's where it comes down. This is Cam's game, and unfortunately, just a little bit short. But again, it's round 3, round 1, round 2, not lost a step.
Absolutely. Redshaw, you are back officially, unless you message me after this and tell me that you're not back, which I hope you don't. But now that you are back, who do you want to play?
Where's Andrew Barr? Give me Andrew Barr.
Didn't you play Barr? That was your last
I
match?
did. That was a whole year ago. So much has changed.
Okay, I guess that's fair. All right, well, we'll look into it. Redshaw, always a pleasure to have you. Glad to see you back. I think you played great. I'll take you guys out because I don't know if Tim is near his computer or not. But we'll see you next time for sure as we bring in our winner today, Jim Green. Jim. Mike.
Jim.
Mike.
Tim.
Nick.
Jim. Mike, if you had to pick Nazario or Jim.
Jim looked death in the eye tonight and said, "Fuck death." Jim.
Hell yeah.
Jim, this is not to give you any sort of backhanded compliment because I don't mean it like this in any way, but this is your first win in quite a while. You're on a bit of a downward streak there, but this has got to be good because Cameron Redshaw, while he may also have a negative record, is no slouch. Any game he loses, he's right in there. And he has a very high accuracy for someone with a negative record. So how are you feeling about the win today?
The video store is here, you know. This faction is going to take over this year of multiplayer trivia. You know, buy our shit.
Buy our shit.
Great. Are you guys still selling? Are we still selling shit?
Hell yeah.
We never stop selling shit. Just
always
stop
selling
paying
shit.
For shit.
But
not anymore.
Fuck Nazario for not being here. That's probably why I won.
Fair. Let me see who we got here. Jim, I don't quite know who you're going to be. I know who the option is, but we don't know who it's going to be. So I'll just ask you, is there anyone you're interested in playing next?
Someone with a lower accuracy rating than Cameron Redshaw.
Jim!
That's quite a few people, actually. So
hell yeah.
Maybe make it happen. Jim, congratulations on the win today. It was definitely a good one. Well earned, in my humble opinion. We'll see you next time for sure. Tim.
Yeah, I'm back. Bucky was refusing to come inside, so I had to go do an assist. Good shit. Really great match. I think, you know, Jim coming out and pulling out a win, like I heard you say as Kate was coming back, that it's been a while for Jim. So I'm proud of him for getting one. Jim's been here for such a long time, since before I was even around. So I love seeing him play and still doing well. And Redshaw being back, you gotta get some of that rust off. But even then, he played fantastic. Like, he played so good. I don't know who he plays next, but I love to see whatever it is. And he's on a new team too, which I don't know if they've debuted yet, but I'm looking forward to that as well. So lots of good shit here today. Thank you to the players. Thank you to the managers. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I believe Javi wrote the round one. Thank you, Javi. We will see you guys soon with another great match. Until then.